Hello, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? My name is Elisa Mardigan, otherwise known as the Mom Boss Coach, for all of my new members that I've gotten over the past week. And I appreciate everyone being here. I love that you guys are sharing your journey with me, your business journey in network marketing. I totally appreciate that. And I hope that you are learning a lot. So tonight, I'm just going to be talking about whether you have a business mindset or an employee mindset. So I'm just going to tell you the difference between the two and why, when you're first starting out in not in just the network marketing business, but having a business period, why you probably start off with an employee mindset is what we are used to ourselves. If you work a traditional outside job and you're an employee, well, we have the employee mindset, right? So the majority of us are used to that. So let me just tell you why it matters, for one thing, because I know I do quite a bit of trainings on mindset, but it's super important because if you don't have the proper mindset, you won't get anywhere. So mindset is almost the first thing you need to get a handle on and cultivate before you can succeed to the degree that you want to. So how you think influences every area of your life, and most importantly, how you act. Okay, I'm just reading rather, Jack Canfield's what is it called? Principles of Success. And today's chapter was about acting how you want to be. So if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, act like you're already there. Acting like it by the way you speak, by the way you dress, by the way you behave in situations. Just act like you're already there. And it is amazing. He gave some examples of just ordinary people like you and me and how they acted the way they wanted to be, and it happened. And not so ordinary people. Oh, these guys. Okay, so there were two golfers. I forget their names, and I'm not going to go find the chapter. But okay, these two golfers, they played golf since they were little, so they liked the game. They're just ordinary people. So they meet in college, I believe it was, and they were roommates. And one of them wanted to be a professional golfer and win something. I don't know what it is. I'm not a golfer. I don't know, but a certain thing in golf, or be invited to a certain thing. And the other guy wanted to be a golf sportscaster or newscaster. So since they were roommates, they would role play this all the time. So they would role play where the one guy was a successful professional golfer, and he was being invited by the sportscaster. So the whole thing was, this guy was going to be a professional golfer. This guy wanted to be the newscaster for whatever it is. But this guy wanted to be interviewed by this guy. So that was their plan. So they would act that out. And 14 years later, it happened exactly how they acted it out, because they did it so much and they believed so much that it made their mind believe that it was already happening. So yeah. Hello, Madeline. Thank you for hopping on. Okay, so that's why it matters. Okay, so if you think like an employee, you are going to wait to act on something until you're told to do it. So that means, even though you know you should connect with your network on a daily basis, you may not do it until your upline tells you to do it. because that's thinking like an employee. And that's how we are all pretty much thinking, because that's what we're used to. But if you think like an entrepreneur, you'll obviously just take that upon yourself to connect with your network every day. You don't need to be told. You don't need to you know what has to be done. So that's how an entrepreneur would do it. So that's why it's essential, if you want to succeed, is to cultivate that entrepreneurial business mindset. So to take it a little further, what is an employee mindset? Well, an employee mindset basically dictates that you work for someone else, even if it's yourself. Okay? An employee mindset dictates that you don't have to plan for your business. It allows you to just sit back and take the passenger seat. You don't need goals or visions. All of that will come from your upline. That's how the employee mindset thinks, that all you have to do is move product and get some other people on board. Okay, so an employee mindset is just fine being told what to do to build their business, instead of seeking out advice and taking the time and space to plan it for yourself. Okay, like no one else can plan your business. This is your business. You can take some cues from your upline, obviously, because they've been in it longer than you, but you shouldn't wait until they tell you what to do. Okay, so the entrepreneurial mindset is the complete opposite. And like I just said, your upline may have some ideas to help you get started, but you are ultimately in the driver's seat to make it all happen. Okay, you can do what your upline says if you want, and if you don't want, you don't have to. Okay, because what works for one person may not work for the next. Okay, or or you might not feel comfortable with their methods. But to get started, you will take some ideas from your upline. Okay, but entrepreneurs or business people will, first of all, take the time to set goals that are ambitious but achievable. Okay, you don't want them to be way out there that it's like, holy cow, I'm never going to do this, because then you never will do it. You won't feel the motivation to do it. So you want to make sure your goals are out of your, like a little bit past your comfort zone, so that they're still achievable. Okay, entrepreneurs, they focus on personal growth and they look for ways to improve themselves. They are growing their minds and their skills, and the more they do that, the more their business will grow. Okay, so I know that it's difficult to break out of this employee mindset because you've been doing it since you were what, 13 or 14 probably. So that's just, it's hard. Even if you're saying to yourself, I just want to get out of this rat race, I want my own business, I want to just do things my way and not have to answer to anyone, you'll probably still have these employee style thoughts, such as, I'll set goals when I know what the target is. I'll make more calls and grow my network when my upline tells me to. If I should be selling more, I'm sure my upline will tell me. They're all employee mindsets. So if you want to get into the entrepreneur mindset, you will set those goals like immediately. Okay, you'll make more calls no matter what. Like set a goal on how many calls or reach outs, whatever, that you make in one day. And if you should be selling more, well, sure, let's sell more. Like there's not a limit to how much you can sell, so just keep going. An entrepreneur would just keep going. Okay, so that's the difference. The entrepreneur sets the mark for themselves, while the employee just waits for somebody to tell them where to go, what to do. Okay, it's like you're going to make a few bucks in your business by having the employee mindset, but it's not going to grow to the extent that you're going to want it to. Okay, business owners are leaders. So first of all, they're leaders of their own businesses. And then as their team is growing, they become leaders for their team. And that's how they become. And to do that, you have to have a business mindset because you have to know how to lead your team. Okay, so the question is, let me just see if anyone has questions. Nope. Okay. So no, wait, that doesn't mean anything, as I found out the other day. Okay. Whoops. Okay. All right. So the question is now, how do you shift from an employee mindset and cultivate a business mindset? So, first step, see yourself as a successful entrepreneur. So that's when I just said, where Jack Canfield said to act as if you already are. Okay. So you have to start thinking you've already achieved success, even if you're just starting out in the business, in network marketing. Okay. It's similar to kind of tricking yourself into be happier by smiling, because that works. It does. Okay. Once you begin to think of yourself as successful, whatever your definition of success in your business means to you, it will happen. You will start on that path toward becoming successful. So the first step is to visualize a life of success where you're a success and where your business is thriving. So everybody's is going to be different. Everybody's level of success will be different because everybody's idea of success is different. Okay, but whatever that is, you have to visualize it from maybe the best way to do it is to think 5 years from now. Okay, so what does it look like? What have you achieved personally and professionally? Have you reached a particular sales goal, or is your network a certain size? So do you have a monetary monthly goal in mind? Do you have a team size in mind? So write these things down and visualize this. So once you've completed the picture, the next step is to come up with that plan to make it happen. And that's where your goal setting comes in. And then you kind of work backwards from where you want to be to where you are now, and then all the steps that are going to get you there. Okay. But in the meantime, you are still every day. Okay. So once you get your goals down, though, that's the one-time thing, but you're visualizing this every day, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day, as often as you can, because it's the visualizing that is going to change your mindset, because your mind is going to start believing that it's real. Okay. So you will set goals that will help you create your successful reality. And you're not going to be able to achieve it all at once. So you need to set the smaller, shorter term goals as well as the big goal. So you've got the big goal, but you have to break it down into the smaller, shorter term goals so that you can, so basically creating milestones so that you can achieve those small goals, and you're getting closer and closer. Okay, so that's tip number 1. So see yourself as a successful entrepreneur. Number 2, learn from your mistakes. We don't like to make mistakes, but you need to know that making mistakes is actually good, because it's only good if you're learning from them. So you know what's not working. Okay, I'm not going to do that anymore. So that's learning, that's growing. Okay. So mistakes are the most valuable learning tool. So here's the famous Thomas Edison quote: "I haven't failed. I've found 10,000 ways that don't work." Now that's one dedicated guy, and we thank him for that. But it's true. You haven't failed. You've just found a way that it's not going to work. Okay, now let's try something else. So you just keep doing that until you find the way that does. The truly successful have only achieved it after falling short many, many times. These successful people, they didn't just wake up one day and they were successful. Okay, you don't see all the behind the scenes and all the years that they struggled to get to where they were and to figure out how to get there. So there's no such thing as waking up successful. Okay, but with each failure, they assess the situation and come up with a new approach. Then if that fails, they do it again. And they do it and do it and do it again until they've come up with the right approach and they've hit their goal. Okay, so the key to that is not giving up and not beating yourself up when you make the mistake, okay? Because mistakes are good. Remember that, as long as you learn from them, okay? So challenges should be approached from the same perspective. Yeah, they're inconvenient, and sometimes they look like they're something you're never going to be able to get over, but don't give up. That's the key. Just think of them as another opportunity to grow beyond your comfort zone into that next level of success. Okay, so that's number 2, learn from your mistakes. Okay, number 3, focus on professional development. This is also very important because your business will only grow as large as your mind is going to allow it. So you have to commit to personal and professional growth. And if last year has told us anything, is that things are always changing. So you need to be able to adapt to that change and able to kind of pivot and grow from the change and figure out how you can change with the changes. Okay, so that's why as long as you keep doing the professional development, you're always going to have ideas. You're never going to be totally prepared. I mean, who would have thought that we would have had a pandemic? Okay, really? That never even crossed my mind. To me, that was like back in the 1500s, 16, 17, 1800s. Not now, not when we have all this technology and medicine and things. I never ever thought, but it happened. So you need to be prepared and you need to be resilient to see it as an opportunity to hone your skills even further and learn new ways to grow and serve your network. And with network marketing, it being online, like this is an amazing time to be in the network marketing industry because people have realized that they need something more than just their 9-to-5 job, that they need more than one income stream, right? Yeah, they need more than one income stream. Okay, so, or stream of income, whatever, they both work. Okay, so now is a great time. Like you might be thinking, but people are losing their jobs or they're not working because of lockdowns and stuff. Yes, but the network marketing industry is not expensive to get into. It really isn't when you think about it. And especially if they're at home anyway, like, and they know they need another income stream, it's the perfect time to be recruiting. Okay. So, yes, so that's the other one. Focus on professional development. Because now is the time to plant those seeds of future business. So sure, you might be getting people saying no or people ghosting you or whatever, but doesn't necessarily mean they're not thinking about it and that they might come back later when they realize, you know what, this might be a good opportunity for me to create a backup plan. So don't ever feel like a no is a hard no, because it's not. Okay, number 4, lean into accountability. So basically, at the end of the day, you are the only one responsible for your business. Okay, so the biggest hurdle of the employee mindset is making that shift in accountability. So when you're an employee, the boss is the one who's responsible for what's going on. And your boss is the one responsible for everything, for your department, for the next department, for the whole thing. Okay, but when you're the boss, it's all on you. Now, you don't have employees, perhaps, but you have team members. Now, they're not working for you, but you still want to be able to help them. Okay. But remember, you can only help your team so far. You are not accountable for what they do with the information you give them. Okay. You're just accountable for giving them that information. That's all. Okay. So when you have problems, okay, it's just another opportunity for you to assess and grow from that, and what you can do different the next time, and how you will approach the same issue the next time. Okay. And with network marketing, um, I hear a lot that the team building is hard because you get people on your team, but then they don't do anything. Well, that could be because they're in the same position that you were when you first started, overwhelmed, not sure where to go, not sure how to begin. So once you get your business going and your system, it's up to you to teach them that system that works. So to be duplicatable. Okay. So, and once they get going, then it's just, but they also need to have the motivation for it. A lot of people, unfortunately, join this business and they think they're going to get rich quick. Well, it's not. So when they feel they have to put in the slightest little bit of work, or they get their first no, they decide, forget it. But maybe they're not right for your team anyway. Okay, so just don't get frustrated. All right, number 5, know where you stand in your business. So when you're an employee, you kind of have a fuzzy relationship with the sales and the income of the business, because that might not be your department. You may see them once a quarter during a meeting if the boss wants to tell you, but otherwise you have no idea how it's going, whether your company is succeeding, whether it's failing, whether you're going to have a job tomorrow or not. Okay. But when you are the leader of your own business, you need to know these numbers. Okay. So from money you put out for samples, postage for those samples. Like, you might not think it matters, but if you're sending out a lot of samples, it matters. Okay. So you need to know every figure of your business, from how much you're selling every month to how much you think you're going to make every month, or sell every month, whatever. And you also need to keep track of your income and expenses, of everything that has to do with your business. So then you know where you stand. Okay, am I spending too much on samples? Okay, because you might think you're only sending a couple samples a month, but it could be like a couple a week, which adds up. Some of those samples are expensive, and then the postage on top of that. And if they're not turning around, if those samples are not turning those people into at least customers, then you're losing. And you might have to reconfigure whether you want to even do samples. So, okay, so just know where you stand in your business. And the last one is to make your business a priority. Okay, so a lot of times it just begins as a side hustle, your network marketing business. But for many, it starts to become their full-time business. They realize, hey, if I set my mind to this and figure this out, I could really make some money doing this, because we've all seen people do it. So it's possible. Okay. But the ones who just continue to see it as their side hustle, but still want to make the money, but they're not making it a priority because it's just their side hustle or it's their hobby. Okay. But then they wonder why they're not getting to where they want to be, because they're not acting like it's a business. They're just acting like it's just my side hustle or my hobby. So when you think of it that way, you're thinking of it like an employee mindset. So when you're an entrepreneur, it's essential to make your business a priority. And to do that, you must invest in it. Businesses, and I mean, the network marketing business is the lowest cost investment for the highest possible potential return. Okay. So you need to invest your time, money, and energy to get it going. What's that saying? You have to spend money to make money. And it's true. It really is. So the time, commit to a power hour daily. Or even if it's 2 blocks of 30 minutes, like if you have an outside job, or if you're homeschooling your kids or whatever, make sure you don't just say it in your head. Write it down in a calendar. Block it off. Okay, from 9 to 10, I am going to do this. Okay, so a power hour is 60 minutes where you focus on just your business. nothing else. Put a do not disturb sign on your office door or wherever it is you're working, and for 1 hour. So during this hour, you will connect with your customers, your prospects, your distributors, answer any messages, take care of any loose ends in your business, whatever it is that needs to be done, but for your business. Now, you can't, sometimes you can't get it all done in 1 power hour, but then you can throw in, like, look at your calendar and throw in, okay, 15 minutes here, I can answer these messages. Half an hour here, I can make my social media post. Okay, but 1 power hour, if you could do 1 power hour a day uninterrupted, you can get a big chunk of it done. Okay, so, but I have found in order to do that, you need to physically put it in your book and look at your book, and it's a non-negotiable. Okay, all right, so that was time. Money. Okay, did you have a great month in sales? Perhaps invest it back into your business. Okay, although you'll take some money out to cover the expenses, you need to reinvest back into your business. Now, whether that be more samples to give out or more product for you to use yourself and share about, like a testimonial type thing, whether it's coaching or a course, whatever it is that you need, ads, whatever it is that you feel that your business needs, you need to be able to invest. And then energy. Your business deserves energy and attention. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the time investment. Okay, don't wait to focus on your business until your day is done and you're like, bleh, and it's 9 o'clock at night and you haven't done anything on your business yet. Okay, now some people, nighttime is they're night people. Fine, that's different. Okay, but if you could get it done within the first few hours of your day, then you know it's done. You know you've done it. You're not going to end up missing a day. Okay, so that is super important as well. Don't do it when you're tired, because then you're just going to want to say, forget it. Okay, and it won't get done. Okay, so those are the six simple things that you can do to start to change your mindset. Yes, Kristen, no means not right now. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, because some people just need to sit back and think about it, do their own little research on network marketing. When I first joined, it was no one prospected me. I just came across, I think I must have just come across the company on my searching. I'm not sure exactly how it happened. But then I just watched and I did a little bit of research, and that's how I decided that it was a good thing. I mean, I'm home. Why not do it, right? I have been a stay-at-home mom for 14 years now. So mind you, I didn't get into network marketing until 3 years ago, but I've had an online business for 14 years. So it all kind of works the same, although my other businesses there's no downline or upline. I was just basically me, which was part of the problem because what was that? The wearer of many hats, which gets exhausting. Okay, so I hope this helped shift your mindset a bit. And I do recommend Jack Canfield's book, The Principles of Success. It is, it's really good. I mean, and there's a lot of them, a lot of principles he has, but they're awesome. And the examples that he gives of just everyday people are, like, I would sit there and go, well, hey, if they can do that, like, why can't I, right? It's true. All right. So if you have any questions or want any clarification on anything, just shoot me a message or comment on this post. That would be great. And we will see you next Monday. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye.